Real quick, before we continue with the episode, I want to let you know that if you're a creative person who wants to share your creative gift or whatever you're passionate about with other people and create an online community, a podcast is an amazing way to do it. And you can start a podcast today with Anchor by Spotify. It's such an easy way to make a podcast. Trust me. I'm not a tech person and I did it. So if I can do it, honey, you can too, okay? Anchor has tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. And you can host on Anchor and it will distribute your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. So you don't have to worry about, uploading your podcast to all these different sites. And it's everything that you need to make a podcast in one place. And it's 100% free. So there you go. Let's go. Start your podcast, create your online community, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. All right, without further ado, let's continue. Welcome to the Creatively by Estelle podcast. My name is Estelle F. Berry and I'm your host. I'm so glad that you're here. This show is all about staying creative in medical school or a grad program or professional program of any kind. You are welcome here. So let's get creative and let's get into this episode. Hi, welcome back to the Creatively by Estelle podcast. I'm so happy you're here as always. How are you? I am enjoying my break currently from school and I'm trying to work on podcast recordings ahead of time so I can have lots of great content for you guys to put out there during the school semester when, things get busy and whatnot. I still want to put out really great content. So I'm working on that, working on some people that I like to chat with. If you have any suggestions for anyone you'd like to hear on the show, or that you'd like, if you'd like to hear me chat with anyone that you think is pertinent to the mission of the show, then definitely let me know. Send me a DM, send me an email. Let me know if you have any thoughts as to who you'd like to hear on the show, and I will definitely reach out to them and see. So, yeah, lots of fun things in the works by God's grace. It's going to be good. So anyway, let's jump into today's episode. Today's episode is just going to be a short one. I just want to give you a little bit of motivation for anyone out there who's trying to pursue any creative hustle, any creative outlet, whether you're in medical school or even if you're not in medical school, even if you're not in school and you're just listening to this and you are creative in one way or another. I want to just encourage you today because your creativity, your creative gift, your creative passion, sometimes, it can be hard to, I guess, feel like you're going anywhere, or maybe it's hard to make time for it, or maybe you just don't know what your next project will be or what your next goal should be or whatever. And I just want to encourage you that just do it. Just go for it. Just start somewhere. Start anywhere. Um, and don't let I guess time or uncertainty or whatever be an excuse. Because I've done that before where I'm like, oh, I don't have time, or I don't even know what I want to do, so I'm just not even gonna try it. Like I'm just gonna watch Netflix and just relax, which is fine too. But um when you're wanting to be creative, and you know that you've set aside that time for yourself to be creative, you just have to start. You just have to start somewhere with something, with whatever you have in front of you. And even if maybe you're not even sure what your creative gifting is. And I've talked about this in a couple other episodes before, so you can scroll back to some episodes to talk about finding your creative outlet and exploring that. But even if you're not sure, and I mentioned this in that episode too, that I specifically talked about how to find your creative outlet. Just starting somewhere and starting small will get you so much further than not doing anything at all. Oh, I think that rhymed. Didn't mean to do that, but there you go. starting somewhere and starting small will get you further than not doing anything at all, because at least you're doing something. And then that can lead you to, okay, I didn't like that very much. Now you know. And then you can choose something else and you can start something else. Or you can say, I kind of liked this part of it, but I didn't like this aspect of it. So let me focus on this other aspect that I actually enjoyed, or whatever. And so I want to encourage you, if you are working on something, or you're not sure where to even begin, um, just whatever the situation is, start small and just start. Just start and start small and let it grow from there. So if you're like me, for instance, I'm working on growing this podcast for sure, but working on growing vocally, growing musically. My family came to visit me actually last week, which was really fun. They came to visit me during my break in here in Barbados, and they brought my ukulele. So I know now that like that's I'm just so excited because I can do so many more songs. Like I can back myself up, I can accompany myself, and that'll be fun. And so that's something that I'm getting to grow in, is like playing my ukulele more, and singing more and making more cover videos. And so that's something that I'm wanting to do. And I'm also wanting to grow my TikTok and my Instagram, sharing more videos, sharing more music, sharing more singing covers, and yeah, maybe even trying songwriting. We'll see. Just to enjoy music all the more. And I just want to encourage you, like for me, my small step is literally just trying to make a video every day, even if it's just like a 15-second video of me singing. And even if I don't even post it, but at least I did it. And even if I don't record it, like maybe I'm just singing to myself, like just singing every day is at least something, as opposed to me not doing anything at all, or me writing a poem or writing something in my prayer journal that is from my heart, something that could maybe become a song, or that could become lyrics, or are just an outpouring of my heart, and that's fine. Either way, just starting somewhere is better than not doing anything at all. Just because, I'm not going to make like the perfect video right now that's going to, do 10 times better than any other video I've ever made ever. Like, I can't predict that. I can't know that. All I can do is start somewhere and do my best there and enjoy it, and enjoy the fact that I get to be creative. I get to do something I love to do because I've made the time, I've set the time aside to do it, and I'm putting in the time to work on it, and I enjoy it. And as long as you are doing something and starting small, and um you're doing that, then you just get to enjoy the process. You get to enjoy just doing it in the time that you have, and the time that you've made to do it. You get to now enjoy it. So starting small, starting as wherever you can, in whatever way you can, that's all you got to do for now. And then from there you can start to enjoy the process more, because at least you're doing what you actually like to do, as opposed to, you know, kind of giving into excuses, or giving into fears or insecurities, which are there and they're going to be there. But yeah, just start, just do it. I just want to encourage you that, you know, just do it. Start it. Start writing literally right now. Go. You can do it. You know, give yourself literally 5 minutes a day to do the thing that you love to do. Just do one thing that you really enjoy, that is creative, that is fun for you, that you can enjoy the process, and just give yourself that time. And you know what? That's going to be able to it's going to be a snowball effect as you give yourself that time to grow your craft, and then you start to share it with other people. You start to inspire other people. You start to impact other people with your creative gift. You never know what that can mean to someone else. You never know how you might encourage someone else just by brightening their day. Maybe you write something and you post it, and you never know, maybe someone else needed to hear that. Maybe it inspires someone else. Maybe it not only inspires them just, in their day, but it could inspire them to then go and create something themselves. So literally everything that you do not only is helping you enjoy your day-to-day life. And it's not only increasing your quality of life and then helping you to express yourself and to use the gift God gave you, but then you never know how in doing that you can inspire and bless someone else. So it all is meaningful, and all it takes is for you to start. Just start, and start small. Start where you can. Start in whatever way you can. And yeah, don't let your doubts and your fears and your insecurities hold you back. Acknowledge them, acknowledge them, and then do it anyway. You can do it scared. It is possible. You can do it. And of course, I've broken down in other videos, what am I talking about? In other episodes, like, uh, I've talked about time management a little bit and things like that. And of course, like, you know, that's definitely something that we can get into more. If you'd like to hear more about that, let me know. But I just think in general, I feel like the most important thing that I've heard from other medical students who have creative projects or like have creative interests is that like they just feel like they don't have time, or they just don't feel like they have like the energy or whatever. And I understand that because I felt that way myself literally so many times. But I think because I made the decision ahead of time that I was going to do it no matter what, I just already knew that was going to happen. Just like I already knew that I was going to put in my best this past semester to do the very best I could academically. Like I just knew that that was what was going to happen because I was like, this is what I have to do. So I think just making that decision ahead of time that you're going to start and you're going to do it, um, and you're going to start small. I think that's really important. Making that decision ahead of time to start and start small and start where you can is important. And then from there, you can enjoy the process. You can actually enjoy it and allow it to feed your energy and to feed into your life, as opposed to, being something that drains you because you're so in your head about it, or you're so like, anxious about it, or you want it to be something that's fun. You want it to be something enjoyable, something that will give you energy. And so when you're able to just start doing what you love to do, start playing your guitar, pick up your guitar and just start playing. Start, what other things have I heard of a medical student? Oh, drawing, right? I met a medical student who's like an artist on the side as well. Like just start working on your art, start working on a piece that you haven't finished. Just start. Don't put so much pressure on making it so perfect in this very moment. Just start. I met another medical student who does like videos and loves editing videos and whatnot. And I was like, just do it. You don't have to make it. You don't have to edit the video perfectly, in this very moment. You can just start a little bit and, and just enjoy the process because you love to do it, because you enjoy doing it in the free time that you're able to make for yourself, and the free time that you might have once a week or once every couple of weeks, whatever time it is, or in a little bit of time every day or every other day, whatever time it is, making, predetermining ahead of time that you're going to make that time and that you're going to start small. That's where it all begins. And from there, you could actually enjoy it the way that you want to. So anyway, that was just a word of encouragement for all my creatives out there who struggle with time management, who are struggling with not being sure where to start, or maybe you just are creative and you just need a little bit of an encouragement today, letting you know to just start. Go and be creative. Go keep creating. Go start singing, start playing, start making, start writing, start editing, start creating. Whatever it is that God has placed on your heart to do, I hope you'll start today. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you think about just starting, and what you think about enjoying the process of doing your art. What is your gift? Like, what is your creative gift? Let me know what it is. DM me, email me, message me, however you like. I want to know what your creative outlet is, and if you do you enjoy the process? Do you feel like it's hard for you to just like get started, or do you feel like you just have a hard time like determining ahead of time that you're going to do it? Like where do you feel like you're getting stuck? Let me know. I'd love to pour into you more and encourage you more. And I'm working through it all myself as well. So like we're in this together. So let me know what you thought of this episode and what you'd like to hear moving forward. Have a great day and a great week. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Creatively by Estelle. I hope you feel encouraged by today's episode as you start this week. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to just share this episode with a friend if you liked it, or with someone who you think this could be encouraging to. It would really help this show. Also, if you really loved this episode, if you wouldn't mind going to Apple Podcasts and leaving a review and rating this show, it would really help us reach more people through this show and grow our Creatively community. All right, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.